good afternoon. It's Friday the 9th of September and we decided to come up for a quick session at short notice. We're at Aldborough, up the cliff, because it's 5.8. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and the tide, as you can see, is already swamping me on the cliff. There's no weed, and really good colour, as you can see. A few seals in the distance, which I'm hoping are coming towards us. I'm hoping I get a recording there. It looks like maybe a bit of bass in there as well. Should be a good session up the cliff. But weather's nice, about 70 degrees. Sun's out, lovely breeze blowing from left to right. Rods are holding in the water, about 40 metres out. I'm using a 2-up paternoster on the Thompson Axellerator rod. Only got one rod out at the moment because don't look like it might work with 2 at the moment. I'll wait till the tide's in a bit more and it's settled down a bit. But let's hope we get some of it, because it looks a nice sea. Oh, it's lovely. A bit of everything in that. Colour for about a quarter of a mile out, which you can't go wrong with that, can you? It's nice to be back out anyway. I've been out for 2.5 to 3 weeks because for one thing I haven't been that well, and for another thing the weather has been atrocious for fishing wise. The sea's been wrong, wind's been wrong, and basically nothing's producing. So at the end of the day, I've come out today, hopefully we're going to get some fish. We'll leave you on the rods for a little bit when I don't trip over them, and hopefully we'll get some action. Not sure whether you can see from there. Don't put it too near the edge because we don't want to end up with our gear in the water, do we? There's a bit of wind blowing, you see. I don't know if you can see that all right. We'll pull it just up a tiny little bit. Should be fine. Don't know what the sound's like, guys, because there's a bit of wind blowing towards us, towards the mic. But certainly looks like a good day's fishing. See if I can get both rods out at some point. Probably be just casting in and out all day, guys, because it is pulling a little bit to the right. I have no weed at the moment, so that's one good thing. Rod's bending quite a bit, guys, but there's a lot of pull, a lot of tow to the right. So you can't really judge anything at the moment. It's not holding that well at the moment. It was, but it's starting to pull a lot to the right now. But as I say, there's some big lumps of weed out there. I haven't hooked into any yet, so hopefully it's going to pass us by. But it's certainly starting to drag now to the right, and I'm only about 35-40 metres out. I can't get a really good cast off this cliff anywhere where I am. I'm on a ledge and there's nowhere to swim. And I'm on the axe rod, which is it don't cast very far anyway. Right guys, give you this way a little bit to bend the camera as such. Really awkward to film here. I don't know whether you can see or not, but very awkward. Really awkward guys. We're going to take a little break there and I'll be back when I've sorted everything out. It's now no action at the moment. I've only been here about an hour. About the 4th or 5th cast. Can't get out very far, as I say, it's only about 40 metres or so. Nobody's caught out at the moment. There's 3 of us fishing on this cliff. Tide's well up the cliff now and it's really battering us. But it's still about 2 hours to high tide, so it's going to be right up the cliff. Hopefully we might get a bass or a cod even. Looks nice out there. Let's just see. I'm going to keep you on the road for a while because I haven't had a video out for a while. Hopefully you can see that alright guys. Spin it a little bit. Should be able to see that hopefully. I don't know if you can hear the waves are absolutely battering the cliff now. You can actually feel these cliffs shaking guys when the waves hit them. So they're hitting them with some force. Didn't actually go down on the beach at first, but it was pointless setting up because it was only about 10 yards from the cliff, and by the time I got set up and cast out, it would have been moving. So I sat up here for about 30 minutes waiting for the tide to come further in, and then off we go. So I'm going to have a good 4.5 hours worth at least. Hopefully we'll get some. I mean, I've only got the axe rod out at the moment, but I am going to put my big rod out soon, the 15 footer, and start whacking it out a bit. Because I've got some nice bait today. I've got some nice fresh black Lugg from Prison Bait and Tackle, Mark Tom, real nice fresh blacks. And I've got some lovely squid, and I've got some mackerel that Russ, one man in his rod, gave me last time I went fishing with him. And I've got some langoustines. So hopefully I might get some fish. I mean, the sea state's lovely. I mean, you know, weed wise, I've had a bit of bladder rack, I mean a tiny bit. It's nothing. Other than that, it does look like it's a lovely sea, that. It's a lovely coddy sea, definitely. If the cod are going to pay us an early visit, I'm confident I might get one. I'm tempted to set the second rod up guys, because it just looks ideal for a second rod now. I just don't know whether I dare risk it with the swinging a lot to the right. But I don't think I can. I can't help setting it up, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to get this second rod out. Oh, I've stopped smoking, by the way, guys, completely. And I also have stopped vaping as well. So I know I'm not vaping or smoking. I know I've just gone on a crash diet. So I'm going to try and lose 3 stone before end of November. And I've already lost a quarter of a stone. So I've only got 2 3/4 to go. So hopefully I'll be you'll be seeing more of the rod, not of me, next time over the next few months when I'm doing a video. But it should be fun. I can log it as I go along, so I'll see the difference, won't I? But I'm enjoying myself. It's good. I'm waiting for an operation, guys. That's what it is. I've got a tumour on my spine, and it's growing. Obviously, it needs operating on urgently, really. But I have to stop smoking, and I have to lose some weight. So obviously, that's what I'm doing. So let's do it as fast as possible, so I can get this operation sorted out. Right guys, I'm going to get this second rod set up because it actually looks lovely out there now, so I'm going to get the other one out and hopefully I might go into some big fish. Loading now, isn't it? fresh blacks, marked tongue, quids in bait and tackle. Super. Well, that's both in, guys. That's both rods in. You know, you've got a good view of them or not, but it's really awkward to get a camera angle. I've got a fresh black pulley panel, 4-ounce lead, about 75 metres out, and I've got the other one about 35-40 metres out. Sea's flattened off a little bit. It's taking a little longer to see anyway, so we can have a look. But as you can see, I'm going to show you now, sea's flattened off a little bit. Lovely waves, look at those juicy waves coming in. Still about 2 hours to top, so it's going to be quite well up the cliff. Look, lovely waves coming in. Definitely looks a coddy, bassy sea, that for me. That's all we get, isn't it? If not, at least I'll have some good footage of some nice waves coming in. Let's get you back to where you was, hopefully, on the rods. Right, I'm going to take a little break there, guys, because I've left it running for quite a while. Yeah, I don't want to flatten my back before I get a bite, so I'll catch you in a bit. I want you to see these 10-foot swells coming in, because they're massive. Despite the lens. Because 10-foot swells coming in, guys, look at these. 10 to 12 feet, massive swell coming in. Big, massive waves. Biggest I've seen them in quite a while. There's some right massive waves coming in. I'm about 30 feet up the cliff, and some of them might reach at me up here, the waves splashing them all on me. So it shows you how massive they are. Rather this one coming in, watch. It's 10 to 12 feet that. probably be some coddies out there, aren't they? That is what you call a rough sea. Let's hope the cliffs don't go, guys, because the size of these it might. That was about 15 foot, that one, massive. Biggest I've seen them on the beach, that, absolutely huge waves. But you see the camera lens is getting absolutely saturated, I'm going to have to wipe it down anyway. Right, take a little break for now, guys. I have cleaned the lens off and we'll see if we get any fish. It's going to be sort of a short video, this, because I'm trying to film, but I mean the spray is ridiculous, man. It's just bad. The lens won't last 2 seconds in it. It's just thick spray. So I'll obviously get a tiny bit of video up, but at the end of the day, I don't think anything's fishable at the moment. I'll be honest with you. I won't going to come out anyway. I won't going to come out for 3 weeks or so, because I think summer season's finished. I think there's nothing showing. Yeah, there's actually nothing showing out on the beach at all now, so it's died a death. So probably we're better off gearing up for the winter season. Obviously this is going to be a blank unless I get a big fish. I've just had a massive bite. I'm fishing with my brother and a guy to the right of me called Mark, who first time I met him today. He's a real nice kid. We've had some real good chats. He does a lot of regular fishing. He watches a few people's channels and that, so he's seen our fishing channels before. Nice kid. He gave me a bit of bait and that. Had a good chat. So obviously I'll probably see him again sometime on the beach. But it's nice to meet fellow viewers and fellow anglers and have a good chat with them. But as I say, I think it's finished for the summer season. I don't think there's that much about. You're going to blank it every time. Now I've got a couple of videos at home that I've got no fish on them, but at the end of the day I'm going to stick them up there because, you know, fishing's fishing, innit? If we get a fish, we'll get a fish, but as I say, I can't film a lot because of the spray. My brother's here smoking his blowpipe. I've actually quit smoking and quit the blowpipe now, so I don't do any of it. Which was quite easy to do, to be fair. I was only on the blowpipe for 2 weeks. So then that was it, got rid of it. So anybody thinking of giving up smoking, get on them vapes, not the ones, them 2 or 3 quid ones from shop that's full of nicotine and bad for you.
Get a one from Springbank.
Buy a Voopoo vape off Amazon. They're about 20 quid. You can get 6 months worth of juice from them and they're fantastic.
These are alright, 8 quid Springbank. Take the top off. Take that filter out of there and refill it yourself.
Yeah, they can you can refill these at £5, but they're not good for you, them ones. But well, none of them's good for you, because even the vape's bad for you. Because to be fair, guys, right, I was coughing my guts up smoking, so went on vape. And to be fair, after 3 weeks on vape, I was coughing my guts up more on the vape than I was smoking, so I give up the vape. And since I give up the vape, since I've given up the vape, I don't cough at all now. I've got no wheezing, no coughing. I can breathe fantastic again, and I only stopped 3 weeks ago, so it shows you, doesn't it? After 3 weeks you soon clear up. So I certainly won't be doing it again. I did stop for 8 years and started again. Why I did, I don't know, but there you go. But I will never do it again, because it's just
next to your wife and she's smoking 60.
Yeah, well that's it. But at the end of the day, it's just so bad for you guys. So just anybody smoking out there, get on the vapes for a couple of weeks. Buy the vapes with no nicotine in, and I guarantee you after a couple of weeks you can dump the vape because you're not addicted to nicotine anymore. So at the end of the day, that's the way forward. Right, I'm going to stick you on these rods and show you a bit of spray, because that's about all you're going to get. And hopefully we might get a fish, but if not, at least you've had 35-40 minutes of video to watch. Because I
get a bit of clip collapsing.
Yeah, you might have a bit of clip collapsing because there's a lot of cracks have appeared.
What's happened moved today?
The one where our kid is, it's moved a lot. There's a massive crack in it now right across. Because some of these waves that have been coming across, they've been absolutely huge.
We're going 6 or 7 out right out at sea.
So at the end of the day, but I mean, I've enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed coming out fishing. But there's just no frigging fish out here. But It's one of them things. Right, I'm going to put you on the rods for a bit and hopefully we'll get a great big shark or something just to wrap the day off.
Thought there'd be more guys fishing out here today, but obviously there's not. It's been a bit quiet on the old fishes, which is good, which I'm surprised about. Still enjoyable, guys, whether you catch out or not. You're out that way, you're fishing, you're doing something, you're not sat at home. And at the end of the day, alright, you might not catch a fish, but you're not going to catch one sat at home either, are you? So, you know. And at least when you're out here, you're having a bit of fun, aren't you? You got one?
What is it, a ragfish? See what Mark's got. He's got something like that, I don't know. What was it now? Right guys, you won't credit it. Mark fishing a bit further up the beach to me on the right, who I met earlier. He's just had a cracking bite, he just brought it in. We thought he had a cod. And got it up the cliff after a struggle, and it's a pair of bench boxer shorts, believe it or not. Pretty good nick, it looks like somebody's followed through on it, right? So if anybody is missing a pair of bench boxer shorts, we're just going to hang them out to dry on Aldborough Cliff, so if you want to come and collect them, they've got a green band around them. Obviously you've been caught during the night fishing or something, and it's going to show you now just for the camera. It's like QVC this, isn't it? Look at them guys, look. Lovely set of bench boxer shorts, fresh out the sea. We're going to leave them down here and we're going to dry them out, so anybody fancies coming back for them, they're just airing out on Aldborough Cliffs. It's amazing what you find, isn't it, when you go fishing? Probably the best bite we'll get today, that.
There's a little tip, you can see it just going like that. Got something on here. It'd be just waves blowing it around, won't it?
Yeah. It did look like a fish from where I was stood when you held it up though.
What at first?
Still, I'm not bothered. We've been out, been fishing. We certainly ain't going to catch no salmon pouch, are you?
Yeah, you can see weed on your line out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of weed. You can see the bands of it, can't you? It's that bladder rack, isn't it?
It's all over your line.
Yeah, it's bladder rack.
Over the flip down bank. You have to walk right down bottom of the bank in. Slippery as well. Let the flip down here, you're not going to get back up there.
Just turn the tide. Turn now. Going back out.
Yeah.
25 to 6, so yeah, it's 10 now. Well guys, let me just give this lens a wipe. I don't know that you can see or whatever, but let's have a look. Actually, it's not so bad. I'm trying to get you a bit of video, guys, because it's been a bit hard to film today, to be fair. It's the spray. It's just, the lens won't last 2 seconds and it's just getting completely sprayed up and it's just not going to be able to see now. But you can see there's huge waves still coming in. I mean, absolutely massive waves. There's still a good 8 or 9 feet. And you can see what it's doing to my rod, as you'll see in a minute when a wave hits it. Just about bends it in half, you think you've got a shark on. I can assure you, it's nothing. There's a nice big one, look at that one. Yeah, it's been a pretty rough day for sea fishing. Especially up here on the cliffs. So we're getting a bit fuzzed up again, aren't we, guys? There's not lots of sea fishing wise, but I mean, at least you're seeing something. I mean, basically you're seeing what I'm seeing. Not a lot. Well, we've had 6 rods out between us at some point, and no sign of a bite. So I mean, it's we've tried peeler crab, we've tried prawns, even langoustines, frozen, fresh black one, mackerel, squid. We've tried a bit of mussel. We've tried everything out here. Believe me, there's nothing out here. I can safely say that I think summer season's finished. So I don't think I'll be out again, guys, for another 3 weeks. Luckily I've got 3 videos with this one, so I can put them up. I'll put a video up for the next 3 weeks. Obviously there's going to be no Fisherman. But what can you do? Nothing really. That's the way it is. I'm sure I've got another 2 videos that I haven't uploaded yet. I can't grumble though, guys. I mean, I had a run of about 11 sessions and only 1 blank, so you know, going back to 2 meters there, so you can't really grumble, can you? And I've caught 14 species this season, which is a hell of a lot of species. It's a lovely coddy sea. It's absolutely lovely coddy sea. Massive waves coming in now. There's a big wave. It's an absolute huge wave coming in. Put it this way, I wouldn't like to be on the beach fishing in front of them. I reckon it's about 3 to 3.5 metres swell, that, maybe more. I don't actually know what the forecast said what it's going to be, but it's, I think it's a bit bigger than that.
actually struggling to see, guys, because I was wearing glasses, obviously, because my eyes are a bit rough. I've just been diagnosed with cataracts in both eyes, unfortunately. So they'll be need sorting out in a couple of years. So what can you do?
That's a peeler.
Oh yeah, they go soft ones, cool themselves, don't they?
Yeah, and then that's an hardback, but that's what you call a velvet crab.
Right.
They're like the crabs you get like at Brid Harbour or up like that. Call them velvet crabs because they're a bit velvety too. Yeah. So they'll be alright for smooth arms. I've tried them. Yeah.
Oh, great, thanks for them.
But like...
yeah, I don't think there's many... I don't think there's much about it.
No.
I think it's... I think summer season's dead now, don't you?
So I come like... I'd say like... Come in June. Come around the June time. We'll go obviously once and then like... July and August. You can't fishing like... Lad, you're stopping that from getting COVID.
No, it's the light because I've got a real powerful light on it. If you don't put that over it, it flares what's in front of it. It's that bright, yeah. So put that on just to knock it on a bit, because it's really powerful on the light. The light's really good. You know what I mean? Oh, if I show you it, you know.
Right guys, we'll just take a little break here and I'll be back shortly. It's casting. It's getting on for 7 o'clock just gone. Time's been going out about an hour and a half now. It's not very good. No bites, nothing. The guy to the right of me, Mark, he's had enough, he's packing up. There was a bit of weed come on, but it's gone off again now. It's died down a little bit, waves wise, but as you can see, that's what it's like now. But I mean, the spray has been terrible. I mean, I'm absolutely soaked. The spray is awful. You know, this is the main problem. We've had a lot of spray. Because obviously the waves have been battering the cliffs and it's just been splashing everywhere. Now I've just cast this final cast out and I've stuck black lug on it, peeler crab and squid cocktail. Plenty of bait elastic. Yeah, plenty of bait elastic, and I'm just hoping that in the next 35 minutes I can sort of lock onto something before I go, because I mean, to be fair, it's been nice, you know, nice conditions. I think it's nice conditions. I like this type of sea. This is what I catch me cod in. You know, it's a cod sea to me, that, and I like it, but I think it's just a bit too warm. If it had been colder, that sea had been on, I'd have been loving it, because I'll know that there's going to be some decent cod in it. But as I say, it's still warm, and we're still getting rid of the summer species, and it's very miss at the moment. It's not just hit and miss, it's very miss. There's not many reports of anything coming out, you know, the odd flatty, the odd bass, but other than that it's been dead. I think, to be fair, you should really take 3 weeks off now and let the winter season kick in. And start afresh, because there's just nothing out there, guys. It's as simple as that. I mean, when you've got conditions like that and the sea's that colour and nice big waves coming in and you're up a cliff and you know you're getting distance, you should be getting onto some fish. Doesn't matter what it is, there should be something out there. But you know, 3 of us fishing, 6 hooks out there. Well, there's more than 6 hooks, because I've been using 3 hooks and these 2 are off from paternosters, so there's 4, 8, 11 hooks out there and nothing coming in. You know, it's time to wrap it up for the season. As I say, I've got a couple of videos I can bang up, so it's all good. But I'll go back on the fishing for a bit. But Mark's on his way. He's enjoyed yourself anyway, hasn't he, buddy?
Yeah, it's alright, and it's better when you catch something that you
Well, at least we've been out here, not sat on the couch, because we're not going to get out there, are we?
If you don't come and try, you don't catch, do you?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's been great conditions, I think, but
Yeah.
we've just been unfortunate there's no fish. I'll certainly fish it again.
It's better now, seeing it.
Yeah, oh, it's fabulous now, isn't it, that?
Yeah.
It's still not holding though, it's pulling to the right a bit, but still a bit of weed about, but it hasn't really bothered us, has it, really?
No.
Had a few bits of bladder rack on the line, but that's it.
Yeah.
I went down to one rod because I snapped off, because it got stuck on my leader knot, and then by the time I got it off, it got wrapped around the clip at the bottom.
If it had been like this 2 hours before I tied, it'd have been alright.
Yeah, we'd have had both rods out there, and I think we'd have stuck
Yeah.
into something, but as it is, I think it's I think we're at that transition period from end of summer to beginning of winter, and I don't think there's much about.
No.
So I'd say I'm going to give it a rest for 3 weeks
Yeah.
and wait for all fair to come and go, and then I'll be down that Mackerel and Paul,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give that a good bash for a couple of weeks and see how I get on there.
Is that the best time to go in October, Mackerel?
And well, middle of October, yeah,
Yeah.
because you get some good cod around there around middle of October, all the way up to January. End of January, beginning of February time, you should get plenty of cod in. Hopefully we'll have a good season this year and it'll be just full of them.
I'll be going and giving it a go.
Well, the good thing about there is in the winter season, you're guaranteed to get an absolute sack full of whiting and flatties. So I mean, you're gonna be plenty of bite action. Ragworm and blacks fish really well down there.
Does it?
Not so much squid. I don't really go too much squid down there. But ragworm and black lug, or even lug,
Look, yeah.
can't go wrong. A couple of paternosters on there. You're laughing.
Oh, I'll go get a mash.
I use 3 hooks down there though, because you do get a lot of
What's
fish.
that one where they all drive and park in them lay-bys? What's that? They drive down and they're all engaged like lay-bys.
Oh, that's yeah. You're on about the wall at the other side, aren't you?
What's that like?
Stally wall and that. I don't know. I've never fished it, to be fair.
Fished it.
But I mean, they all catch there, don't they? But you've got to be up there early to get the right spot, haven't you? Because some of the spots aren't that fishable, are they? But I think there's only 2 or 3 good spots on there, and you've got to know where they are, and you've got to be there at the right time.
Yeah. You like to get in there early to get a bear, wouldn't you?
Well, a lot of them camp up during the night, don't they? And then they're there for when they need it the next morning or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only way you're going to get that spot. It's all to do with the tide coming in and out.
Yeah.
Some of it's unfishable until certain times because obviously the tide's too far out.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to wait sometimes. But
Well, I'm going to go anyway.
yeah, all the best anyway, buddy. I'm sure I'll meet up again at some point.
We'll do at some point, I suppose.
Well, that video will be up on Tuesday.
Is that any
This video. So
I'll have a look then Tuesday.
yeah, so it should be fun, shouldn't it? We'll see you on it at some point because the camera's been over there a few times. So. It's Jimmy Cod Bites anyway, so I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you.
All right then, Mark. See you then, buddy. Right, I'll stick you on the rods for a couple of minutes and then I'll save a bit for the outro. Get the all around the camera up, guys. It's on a cliff. Nothing. It's the right height. There's nothing right height. Now there we go. Yeah, the cliff's a bit. It's all over. There's no straight bit. So I've got all the legs of the tripod in all different angles, different lengths to try and stand it up. But we're only staying about another half an hour or so because, as I say, it's just fishing really bad. What can you do? Nothing. It's fishing awfully. Not too bad. Nothing wrong with the baits we've been using, nothing wrong with the hook setup, rig setup, anything. It's just there's nothing there. I mean, I don't particularly mind, as I said, because I've been out and I haven't been out for 3 weeks, so I'm quite happy. I'm happy that I've just been out. But anybody thinking of coming to Aldborough, guys, it's not that bad to get down, to be fair.
You park right near the get down at the bottom of the road, near the caravan site. And the cliffs have fell, but they're in about 5 stages, so basically there's a trail from the top of the cliff. Your first step's about 2 feet, and after that it's just a walking trail all the way down onto the beach. So to be fair, anybody can get down here, whether it's raining or whatever. So, you know, anybody wanting to come to Aldborough, and I know there's a lot of people saying, what's the get down like? Well, I've got a terrible back and I'm struggling to get anywhere down cliffs. I did it easily with all the gear on my own, so, you know, it's easy. And there's plenty of beach for everybody. I mean, there's miles of beach here. And it's a real steep beach as well. I mean, I'm fishing it from the bottom up. I mean, we fished it from about 2 hours to 2 hours from top, but I mean, fishing it from the bottom up here, I think it'll be a lovely session. But fishing it on a smaller tide, like a 4.3 or something like that, you wouldn't be washed off. So I think you'd enjoy that as well. And obviously probably a bit more calmer sea. I mean, it's lovely now, the sea out there, it's starting greater. I mean, you wouldn't even credit it. You saw these videos of you saw the video earlier of the sea, how bad it was. Look how flat it is now. There's the odd wave coming in, but other than that, it's lovely now. Just sorry there's been no fish for you guys, but I mean, you know, I can't invent them, unfortunately. But we've had a bit of fun. We've, well, Mark's pulled some bench shorts in. But other than that, it's been, you know, well, it's been worth it just looking at the sea state. I mean, some of the waves coming in, this is massive. It's been worth it just for that. But you know me, I like these type of conditions. These really are waves and rough seas. I love them now. I've had some of my best fish in these conditions, so I'm not bothered about them. You know, I'd fish this condition all the time. If there's fish about, I'd fish it all the time, whether it's chucking down with rain or whatever. Because I like these big high seas, big rough seas. The rougher the better for me if I'm following. Right, I'll take a little break there, guys. If I do get any action, which is unlikely, but if I do, I'll flick you straight back on.
Guys, it's now 7:30. As you can see, the tide's well out now. Well, it's not well out, but it's gone to the point where it's time to wrap up because there's just nothing happening, guys. I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. It's been a lovely day, lovely weather. I've actually liked the sea conditions, even though there's no fish in them. So I'm just going to start wrapping up now and put my gear away. But I've enjoyed myself here at Easington. It's Friday the 9th of September. I'll certainly come again, but in winter. I think it's going to fish fantastic in winter. I mean, it's a great venue, lovely deep beach. I shall certainly be back here again. But I've enjoyed it. It's another video I can put up. At least it's an hour's worth of footage, even if it's there's no fish in it, but who cares. So until next time, guys, from me, Jimmy Codbites, take care of yourselves, and I shall be back out very, very soon. All the best. Bye.